Yeah, man. So for anybody that watched the UFC, obviously it wasn't the most well-known or biggest card, but for us diehards, it's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch it every time. And the Isaac Dulgarian against Yadier, what's his last name?
Dulgarian or something like that. Yeah.
So that fight, first of all, who did you pick in that fight?
So I went Devalle, and I don't know if you was peeping the group chat. Like I told y'all like literally maybe an hour or two before the card, I was like, hey, it's people talking about it on X about all this movement in that fight. So just be alert. Like I think round one finished by Devalle went from plus 850 to like plus 150 or something like that.
Yeah, you did say something about it, and obviously it was too late to change my pick because I sure would have. But man, I mean, like, dude, like, what is going on? Like, I mean, we already went through this. I thought we already went through this. I thought this was sorted out. Like what's happening right now?
So I'm a peel it back and then I'll bring it back a little bit. So if you think about it, we just had this whole gambling thing, organized crime thing in the NBA.
Yeah.
Now the NBA players are multimillionaires and they are getting into gambling and organized crime. You trying to tell me UFC fighters that are making a fraction of that, the overwhelming majority aren't going to get paid like that? Of course, there are going to be some guys that are going to accept, taking a dive, like money here and there. And, organized crime, gambling, and sports, man, it goes back to the early days of sports, unfortunately. And it's just going to take a lot of oversight and just having to stay on top of it, man, to get it out of the sport.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're right. Like the money is a big part of it. I will say, like, in watching the fight, it's weird because DC almost seemed like the one that went out the obvious, where we're like, he's really not defending like somebody who's quote unquote dominant grappler type of person. You know what I'm saying? So like it was kind of telling, but it wasn't like the last time when the dude was obviously hurt. So
yeah, the Derek Minner guy. Yeah, I remember that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I saw a couple of things online. So let's see if I can show it. So this is the first one that the FBI got notified of the fight or the abnormal action on the line movement, and that they flagged over 100 UFC fights just this year for abnormal betting patterns. This other one that the mobile customers that lost bets or lost money on the bets, they'll receive cash within 24 hours of that time period. So, I mean, the fact that they're giving them their money back right there is kind of nuts. That lets you know they're like, ooh, I think we fucked up.
Because they never give the money back now. They never give the money back.
No, they'll never get the money back. They like, they just lost. But like, bruh. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what y'all think in the chat, but like, what should the UFC do to kind of fix this up, or like, do they care? I ain't heard Dana come out and say nothing. I know that they cut old boy Isaac. Like, is this another example of Dana not paying attention and not really caring?
No, I mean, hindsight's 2020, especially when it came out that the UFC got notified by the FBI before the fight, and then they still allowed the fight. I think that if that piece of the puzzle didn't come out, I don't think it would be as bad. And then on top of it, some of the other stuff that came out, I think there's like maybe 100 more decisions or fights that the FBI is looking at and getting into. And this is going to be a case we're going to have to follow for a while, because it seems like this is just, as you peel back the layers, it's just more and more to it.
Yeah, so it looks like the hardcore hater, first of all, shout out to you for jumping in here. Appreciate you coming through. He said that the UFC made a statement and it's a typical non-answer, which, I mean, you know, that makes sense. I mean, they can't really just be coming out here saying too much, especially when they're not in control of it. You know, like they got these people who, you know, they go in there with their own agendas and, you know, they may or may not win, but it's odd. It was odd. Do you think that the UFC, as far as like the executive or the people that make the decisions, the Dana Whites, the Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, you know, all those dudes, are they losing control of the UFC?
Okay, so as with anything, when people have power, nobody wants to give any of it away. And if you think about it, man, the UFC has just been under attack from a few different angles. So the whole like them getting sued about fighter pay and that being in the news, and them trying to, you know, like dance around that topic and that issue, and now this, man, it just seems like they got to do a lot of damage control, and it's just one thing after the other. You know what I mean? And obviously they don't want that in the sport, but you know, it's a part of it that every sport got to deal with. You got to deal with some of this shady stuff, and you got to do everything you can to try and get it out of the sport.
Yeah, and I agree with Hardcore Hater. They could have and should have pulled the fight.
Facts.
And Chris Cushman says, crazy to throw away your career and reputation over money. It blows my mind. I mean, 100%. Like, that dude, like, he's good. Like, he's a good fighter. For him to, you know, take the short money, and now there's no way that he's coming back. He can't.
Nope.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.